Okay, Google, play Fred Hammond.
Okay, here's Fred Hammond on Apple Music.
Hey y'all, welcome back to day 7 of Vlogmas. If it's your first time tuning in, thanks for watching. You better subscribe because you're gonna see videos from me every single day leading up to December 24th. And depending on how I'm feeling, I may keep it up. We'll see. Posting videos every day really isn't that bad if you plan ahead. Typically I edit my Vlogmas videos the day before and I schedule it the next day. But last night, as y'all saw, me and Jordan went to the tree lighting, which was super cute. And then we came home and, well, came back to his house and we put up his tree. And I basically ended the vlog there. So I started to upload the content and edit the vlog, but did not finish because I was tired. So I ended up going home and just getting right into bed. I knew I had to wake up today to work. So I'm working today. As always, nothing new. And that's basically it for this weekend. I don't really have any plans. I do need to finish editing the Vlogmas video from yesterday to go out today at 6. So I'm working on that now. I'll be posting my day 6 of 10 Days of Style at 3 o'clock. It's about 2:45, y'all, so it's very late in the day. I definitely feel a lot better today than I did yesterday. And I do need to see like what I can move around so that I can pay for the things that I need to pay for and pay it by the deadline. So I may end up, I had like a whole plan as far as how I was going to pay for everything, but I may end up switching some things up. Because I need, like I said, to use another card to pay for one of the things. So yeah, I have an idea of what I may want to do, but I need to figure out what that looks like. So I'm going to do that today as well. But aside from that, I do need to go to Target because I need some stuff. I need deodorant. I need some food stuff. And I feel like it's other stuff that I need, y'all. I don't need a ton of stuff, but I definitely need deodorant because my deodorant is completely gone. But I right now just drafted up my post for 3 o'clock, so I need to add the caption into my drafts so that way I can just post. Let me do that real quick before I finish saying what I was saying. It's like sometimes I can multitask, but sometimes I can't. Yeah, y'all, so don't judge me. I have on the same outfit that I wore yesterday. Literally just wore it in the house and to go get my oil changed. So yeah, I'm gonna put on the same thing unless I'm like super sweaty and stuff. But yeah, I really just wanted to use this vlog to just talk to y'all. And I don't know, like it's been a lot of things happening all at once for me, as y'all saw in the vlog from yesterday. And I have been fasting, if y'all did not know, for the past 60 days. Today is literally the last day. Well, tomorrow, but y'all will see this. Tomorrow, which is the last day. And yeah, I mean, I feel like this fast was very interesting. It was one of the longest fasts I've done, specifically fasting from weed, liquor, and sweets, and then only eating or not eating between the times of 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. Now, as y'all know, I did drink a little bit throughout this fast, but it wasn't during the fasting time frame. So I kind of like, worked around it, but I would not encourage doing that. Typically when you fast, you technically aren't supposed to be drinking at all. But I did a little bit here and there. And also, of course, the eating. I did not eat. There were some days where it's like, all right, it's 7 o'clock and I need a little something. So I would change the time to like 7:15. Don't get me wrong. But don't do what I did. I would not recommend that. Do what you can. Obviously, a fast is supposed to be challenging. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be convenient. So it is supposed to be a challenge. But with that, I was in my word every day, journaling every day as I normally do. I did get some clarity on like some business things. I got some really, really cool ideas. Some of them I wrote down, some of them I did not. But I do need to go back and write them down. And I thought it was a really good fast. It definitely went by a lot quicker than you would normally think. Like 60 days sounds like it's a really, really long time. But it didn't seem that long to me. And I could just be saying that because tomorrow's the last day. But I don't know. So yeah. What are my thoughts? I will definitely be fasting again. I fast weekly anyway. But as far as like another long fast, I will definitely be doing it again. I don't know when just yet, but very soon. And I think it was the perfect time with it being the end of the year. Honestly, y'all, things have been for me kind of slow. I haven't really had any clients. I've been doing quite a few speaking engagements, and they were great opportunities, but none of them were paid. And yeah, so I feel like from the outside looking in, it looks like I'm doing all these cool things, like, and not to say that they aren't cool things, like they're cool, but I literally like was crying yesterday. And it's a challenging journey being an entrepreneur and loving what you do, being passionate about what you do, and then trying to get other people to see that. Trying to get other people to see your value. It's hard. It's very hard. Trying to get other people to invest in you. And another thing I'll add is during the fast, I also got into this program with Raven, who is, she runs the Increase 365 group. And that's basically the group that I was fasting with. But during that time, I also got into one of her programs called Hired by Jesus. And it was a 30-day program where she sent messages every day. And we met once a week for 4 weeks on Monday. And they were virtual meetings, so live sessions, where she prayed for us, prophesied it to us, and just walked us through different topics. In regards to being a business owner and being an entrepreneur. And I got into that program because if you don't know my story, you know that I have been in the styling industry, started off as a blogger in 2013 and transitioned into blogging and styling in 2014. During that time, I was an editorial stylist, basically just doing what I thought, styling was, and was doing what every other stylist I knew of was doing. And then in 2016 transitioned into personal styling. When I started working at a brand and company called Trunk Club. That was basically my first 9 to 5 outside of college after graduation. So I got hired there on the skin of my teeth and the grace of God. I got hired there. And my first day was February 1st, 2016. I had just graduated from college December 12th, 2015. Thought that was going to be my career for life, styling. I got a corporate job doing styling. And there was when I found my love for personal styling. Editorial styling was not really my thing. It was just a lot. I felt like I wasn't really helping people. And if you're an editorial stylist, do you. This is just my experience and my point of view. But I just didn't feel like personally for me, I was helping anybody. So I found my love for personal styling at Trunk Club. At the time, we were styling men, doing custom suits and things, and then transitioned into also styling women. And that was it for me. Like, that's all I needed. Trunk Club at the time was based out of DC. They had multiple locations, but the one I was working at was in DC. Obviously, I live in Baltimore. So I was commuting every single day, Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday, to DC. It was about an hour, maybe hour and 30 minutes max commute to and from work. Taking the MARC train and then hopping on the metro, 2 stops, getting off, walking a block to get to the building, and doing the same thing coming home. I did that for 8 months and then they let me go. That was when I realized, like, all right, I can't depend on a job. This industry is too up in the air for me. And although I love what I do, I have to have something to fall back on, something to lean on. And I had my business at the time, but I was in a space where I was transitioning from editorial to personal styling. So like I was turning down a lot of work that wasn't paid. I was turning down a lot of work that didn't align with what I was trying to do. And I was offering a lot of different services at the time too, trying to really find my way, trying to find my niche. And yeah, so I literally cried at my desk. September 30th, 2016 was the last day I worked at Trunk Club. And funny enough, that was the day where Solange came out with her album. Why can't I think of the name of it? But it was a good album, y'all. That album got me through, and it still does. Let me pull it up because it's gonna wreck my brain if I don't know. Her Cranes in the Sky album. Not A Seat at the Table, but the other one. No, it was A Seat at the Table. I'm tripping. When I Get Home and A Seat at the Table, masterpieces. And they're like kind of similar, but like one, obviously she's older in 2019. But 2016, September 30th, 2016, A Seat at the Table came out. And it literally says it on Apple Music. And I literally remember listening to the album, going to work on the MARC train. I didn't know I was gonna get emotional like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I gotta get myself together. All right, I had to get my life. I don't know where that came from, but obviously it happened for a reason. But yeah, y'all, like, I was headed into work September 30th, 2016, listening to my girl Solange. I was, me and my friend Jawan, I actually helped him to get that job at Trunk Club, and we had went to middle school together, y'all. Middle school and high school. So that was my dog. And he got hired way after me, probably a couple of months after me. And yeah, I was going into work kind of knowing that it was my last day, but not really like sure. I knew that there were certain criterias that I had to meet, certain qualifications that I had to meet by a certain date in order for me to keep my job there. And I did not meet them sales wise. And that was an eye opener for me. Although I loved working there, I was very passionate and still am about style and like what I do. That was my first time being let go from a job. That was my first time also realizing that I can't depend on a job. In this industry, in order to do what I love doing, companies and brands like that only care about money. They only care about money. And as much as they want you to think that they care about you, they don't, because they can easily fire you and hire someone else the next day. So that company, from my understanding, is no longer in existence as far as like, you know, in real life. I think they still are virtual, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't actually looked too deep into it, but they've gone through some what do they call it? Some settlements. I did get a settlement from them, because their commission, we worked hourly, but then also got commission on top of that. And I lie to you not, out of those 8 months, I probably got commission maybe twice, maybe 3 times, but it wasn't a consistent thing for me, and they made it really, really hard to get commission. Like, the way that their commission was structured was trash, and I don't think they were doing it the right way. But needless to say, I definitely don't want to throw that company or brand under the bus, but definitely want to express my experience with being a stylist in the styling industry, and working for certain brands and companies that just seem to not care about their employees, and to only care about sales. After that, I worked for so many other companies like Amazon, Rue La La, MM LaFleur, which I currently work for now, and some other roles as well that I've had in between that. But I always had my business. And everything that I do in my business, I've pulled from those companies. I pulled from my experience working from those companies. And it really helped my brand and my business to expand and just be a quality brand. And since then, I've been let go from jobs 3 more times. Amazon let me go after, was it 8 months too? January, February. I did start in February 2020. No, I'm lying. I started March of 2020 at Amazon, and was let go in December of 2020. Rue La La, I started August 2021 and was let go January 2023. So it's been a journey, y'all. My life is not perfect. No one's life is perfect. Nobody's journey is perfect. And I'm learning that the journey is the part. Like, this is the process. This is what you should be looking forward to. Because the journey makes you stronger. The challenges that you go through make you stronger. They make you lean on God. They force you to lean on God, and to really grow your faith. And if it wasn't for my faith, I honestly would not be here talking to y'all about my journey. Fast forward to now, I have my business still, obviously, SCB Luxury Styling. I also have 2 other brands and businesses, Black Women Who Style, that was born 2018. April of 2018, and then PSU, Project Style University, was born January 2020. All of that stemmed from my styling business and just my experiences and my journey. Now, December of 2024, I still have my brands, not as active on Black Women Who Style at all, have not been, I want to say, since last year. PSU, I'm trying to get back into just creating content around PSU and sending emails to really build up the momentum. I am looking to host a virtual workshop on December 19th. So today I'm actually going to create the landing page and all of that. It's free, but I need to create that so that I could start sharing it so people know when it's happening. It's December 7th, so I need to get her done. And then SCB Luxury Styling, I'm hosting a free workshop as well for that on December 12th. So I've been promoting that as well. And I have about, how many people? Last time I checked it was 9, which was yesterday. I'm checking again now. It's still 9. Okay. So I say all that to say, I'm actually sending an email out about this on Monday to my PSU subscribers and probably my Black Women Who Style subscribers. But slow and steady wins the race, y'all. Slow and steady wins the race. As much as I hate saying things like that, and I know hate is a strong word, so maybe I shouldn't say that. But as much as I don't like moving slow and taking my time doing things, I like to get things done. I like to move along. I like to execute. But sometimes you just have to be still and listen to what God is saying to you. Listen to what, you're being instructed to do. And I don't know what I'm being instructed to do right now. Aside from this Vlogmas, I feel like I was being instructed to do that. And obviously working my job. And I really truly believe that it's meant for me to do these workshops. These are the last 2 workshops that I'll be hosting in 2024. and just finishing out the year strong. I don't know. I don't know what my next steps are. I don't. I do have a lot of goals for 2025. I plan on writing them all out before the year is over. But I don't have like a plan on how I plan to execute, or like my strategy to execute them. I probably will try my best to do that before the end of the year as well. It's always good to have a plan, you know, regardless of if you are able to, you know, follow through with that plan. God already has a plan for you. So having your own plan is great. But if it doesn't line up with what he has for you, then, you know, it is what it is. But having your own plan, I think having your ideas planned out, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, I think is great. And I do the same thing. But I'm also learning that if my plan doesn't work out the way that I thought or the way that I hoped, that things can still work out. Things can still turn around. Things will always work out. I hope this just encourages you as a business owner, as a stylist, if you are one, to just keep going. Don't give up on style, because there's a need for us in the industry. There is a need for us in the world. And I am on a mission to shift women's relationship with style, both generally speaking and also in business as well. For those of you wanting to be a stylist, for those of you who are already a stylist and you feel like, dang, like, why is this so hard? Why is this so frustrating? Why is it so hard for me to get clients? Why is it like, why? Like, if anybody could be a stylist, if anybody could do what we do, they would. But it's not easy. It's not easy. It's challenging. And that's just a part of entrepreneurship. You gotta figure it out. Entrepreneurship is just people figuring things out and solving people's problems in the best way that they know how. So I encourage you to build your relationship with God, grow your relationship with God, because that has helped me. And although it may seem like, oh, you know, things aren't going that great for you either, but that's not the whole point of having a relationship with God. Like, having a relationship with God and following Christ and being a Christian does not mean your life is going to be perfect. I don't know why people have created this misconception about what being a Christian is or what being a Christian looks like. But just because you follow God doesn't mean your life is going to be peaches and rainbows. Like, nobody ever said that. If anything, your life gets harder because you have to listen to him. You have to trust him, which is extremely hard. I don't know about y'all, but I've never seen God. I've never seen him. How can you trust someone that you've never seen before? It's hard. But just like you trust the air that you breathe, just like you trust your car enough to take you from point A and point B when you get in it, just like you trust a plane to safely fly you from one location to the next, you can trust God too. So that's what being an entrepreneur is all about. If you are a Christian, if you are a believer, if you are not, this message won't be helpful to you. It may or may not be helpful to you. But if you are a believer, if you are a Christian, you have to lean on God. You have to. You have to open up your Bible. You have to study the word. And don't get me wrong, that's hard too. A lot of the stuff in the Bible, I don't always understand. I don't always comprehend it. But the cool thing about the Bible is that it comes in so many different versions. The Bible app comes in an easy version, a message version, New Living Translation version, King James version. It comes in so many versions. So you can read all of them and pull from each to get a clear understanding of what it may be saying to you. And also too, there are so many different interpretations of what the Bible is, because the way you understand it may be completely different from the way someone else understands it. But that doesn't mean that person is wrong, or it doesn't mean you're wrong. It's just a different understanding of it. So I think that's another thing that people need to understand as well. when it comes to reading the Bible. Also, community has helped me too. So Increase 365, that has helped me. I get messages from Raven basically every day. Well, yeah, every day, 365 days of the year. I get messages from her with scriptures, with words, with motivation, with encouragement, with stories, with testimonies. We're also in a group. So that has been helpful too, with other women who are, you know, living the same type of journey that I'm living. Not specifically stylists, but Christian business owners, Christian women who are living their purpose and serving. And just hearing other people's testimonies has helped me and encouraged me to keep going too. So I hope this was helpful to you all. This will probably be it for me today. I didn't know what this Vlogmas was going to be about. You know, I think God did his thing and encouraged me to talk about my story and to cry. Like, what? But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to share. That's basically it, y'all. That is basically it. I hope y'all enjoyed today's Vlogmas. And I hope y'all stay tuned for the remainder of Vlogmas 2024 with the Style Savant. That was my mother coming in, making noise. So I'm going to close this out here. Make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned for tomorrow's Vlogmas. And let me know in the comments if any of what I said was relatable to you. And yeah, stay tuned. Continue watching the journey. And that's it. I don't got nothing to say. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.